Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with the greatest recordings ever. But first, I have to tell you about this new substance I discovered, this Joyba bubble tea. Have you tried these things? These are really cool. This is raspberry dragon fruit black tea. It comes in this little plastic cup with this straw built into the side that extends. It's like a whole production here. And once you extend your straw, you're supposed to pop it through like the lid here somehow. I don't know. I did it this way. And yummy. It has these little bubbles, but they're liquid filled. They're not those chewy tapioca pearls, and they pop in your mouth. Oh, it's just delightful. Anyway, what does that have to do with the greatest recording ever? I don't know. I just have to pass on this information because, life is too short. We got to enjoy what we can, right? So anyway, it's yummy. Die Meistersinger von Nürnberg, performed by Rafael Kubelik. Yes, this is it, the greatest recording ever. Now, this is on Arts Archives. It's been out sort of various ways, actually. From Bavarian radio. It was a Bavarian radio recording. Now, these Kubelik Wagner things, this little poppy thing got stuck in my teeth. Oh, never mind. These Wagner recordings with Kubelik, there was this and there was Parsifal, were legendary. I mean, they existed as air checks. You could get them like as pirate recordings on various labels. But the official recordings never came out because of contractual problems with the singers. And finally, they worked it out, after Kubelik was dead and all that stuff, and all these things showed up. And wow, are they fabulous. These are studio performances for broadcast. They're wonderfully recorded, and the singing is amazing. And, Kubelik was an outstanding Wagner conductor. We have, of course, his Lohengrin, but the cast is just so marvelous. Thomas Stewart is Hans Sachs. Sándor Kónya is Walter von Stolzing, Gundula Janowitz is Eva, Thomas Hemsley is Beckmesser, Birgitta Fassbaender, who we've been talking about recently, is Magdalena, Gerhard Unger is David, and Franz Krass is Wagner, along with lots of other people. And it's the chorus and orchestra of Bavarian radio. But you're not going to get a cast that's better. Now, I understand Meistersinger, generally speaking, has been pretty lucky on disc. Karajan did it with the Staatskapelle Dresden. Yay, that was quite wonderful. And Schulte did it a couple times, and they're both very good. And there are plenty of decent Meistersingers around. Meistersinger, what's the difference? Anyway, we're in good shape when it comes to Meistersinger. It's not one of those operas that, for some reason, requires some sort of supernatural, transcendental something to do it. Maybe that's why Furtwängler never did it, or he did it and no one cares. I don't know. But there's that one. Joachim, of course, is terrific, except for Eva, the Katerina Ligienza, whatever her name is, who nobody likes. But the bottom line is, this is a warm, witty, humane, delicious work, which I enjoy listening to, without a libretto, just while I do other things. It makes great background music. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, it just sort of envelops you in this happy skein of counterpoint, and it goes along wonderfully. It's endless. It takes forever. I mean, if you actually want to pay attention, it lasts about, an hour or two longer than it needs to. But this performance is so affecting. Not only is the singing marvelous, but Kubelik just paces it so well. I mean, there's not a single dead spot anywhere. And it has all of that wonderful humanity and wit that you really want to hear in the piece, with none of the Wagnerian nastiness when they're all torturing poor old Beckmesser. I mean, the thing about Wagner's operas is I'm always rooting for the bad guys, because the good guys are just awful. I mean, really, the bad guys are so much more interesting and usually pretty reasonable. It's the good guys who have the problems in Wagner's operas. But here, yes, Beckmesser is a toad, and he deserves what he gets. He's a fool, and he makes a fool of himself. But it's all done here with a great deal of warmth and without meanness. And that's tough with Wagner, because Wagner was a mean guy, as we all know. Anyway, we don't need to go there. What we need to do is talk about how splendid this performance is, if you could still find it, because I haven't seen it in a while. I don't think it's on this label anymore, Arts Archives. And so I'm not quite sure what you do to find it, but do try and find it, because if you love Wagner, you really are going to want to hear this. It's an incredible, incredible performance. And when it finally came out, everyone was like, thank God it's finally here. But if you can't find it, you're not going to be in terrible shape, because like I said, we're in good shape we're in very, very good shape for Meistersingers. You can get lots of other ones, but this is the one that is absolutely one of the greatest recordings ever, for sure. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me, and take care.